Representative Nancy Mace said Sunday she supports Republican leader Kevin McCarthy's strategy of not lifting the debt ceiling if Republicans win back the House unless White House Democrats agree to spending cuts. "And I can tell you, I sit on the Oversight Committee, where we look at waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal agency level, and there is waste in every single agency," Mace told CNN's Jake Tapper on State of the Union. The South Carolina Republican said that in the early days of COVID-19, businesses had to make tough decisions about how to keep their doors open, and the federal government continued to generate record revenues without making those tough decisions. "We can find ways to be more responsible with our spending, just like we forced companies and businesses to during COVID. So, that's one of the ways that I would approach it," she said. President Joe Biden said Friday that he would not give in to Republican lawmakers who are threatening to default the nation if he fails to meet their demands, but he does not support Democrats' efforts to eliminate the debt limit entirely. When asked by Tapper about the legislation and meeting with Senate leaders and White House folk to find a way to reduce spending, Mace noted that Republicans were shut out of many of those conversations. "We have seen Republicans for a year and a half now talk about more responsible spending, looking at the deficit spending in these bills that have been passed, talking about how we can move this country forward. And we have been shut out." In a separate appearance on State of the Union on Sunday, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders said he sided with increasing the debt ceiling. "But what Republicans are basically doing, and I hope everybody understands this, they are saying, look, we are prepared to let the United States default on its debt, not raise the debt ceiling, unless you talk about making cuts." Sanders added, "You know what they're talking about? Cuts in Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Is that irresponsible? It is absolutely irresponsible. You don't use the debt ceiling to do that." Mace also hinted to Tapper that she would not automatically be on board impeaching Biden if Republicans took over the House in November. However, she didn't deny it outright either, noting allegations of serious felonies and misdemeanor would have to be investigated. "I am not interested in playing tit for tat. I am not interested in retaliation. Impeachment has been weaponized over the years, and we've seen that. I really want us to be focused on the economy, on tackling inflation with responsible policy," she said. Mace, who has traveled to Ukraine since the war began, dodged when asked if she supported McCarthy's comment on Punchbowl that House Republicans would not write blank check to Ukraine if they were in the majority. "It is something that we're going to have to find balance on next year," she said, due to the looming recession and Republican promises to cut government spending.